So we need to talk about the Dutch elections. And before we get started, if you can do some engagement, I've been shadow banned, so no one's gonna see this video if you don't. So the Netherlands is having snap elections because this Ken is a fascist, Mr. Geert Wilders, threw a tantrum and collapsed the last government. Why, you asked, did this cartoon supervillain collapse the Dutch government? Well, he wanted his own mass deportations going on. I know, big surprise, the Dutch Trump wanted to mass deport people. Woo. Now, Geert's whole plan was that he would get a whole bunch of popularity for collapsing the government for not doing the mass deportations that his party had just won a major victory in the last elections on. But that didn't work out for Mr. Geert Wilders. See, his party started collapsing in the polls from the high 30s and their lofty number a year ago to being around 20 to 21% right now. Now, like everywhere else, migration is an issue in the Netherlands, but it is a minor one compared to all of the other things wrong with the Netherlands, mainly extremely high housing prices, expensive energy, and most importantly, cost of living. And you would think, if you were another political party and you were watching your far-right opponent's party collapse in the polls because they did a major political stunt based upon trying to mass deport people and it blew back in their face, you would maybe not make the entire election about migration, but you would be wrong. Meaning that not only did the other far-right parties decide to embrace the mass deportation rhetoric, some of them have decided to go even further. Also, the center-right party has moved further and further to the far-right as well. More importantly, though, the combination merger party of the Labour Party of the Netherlands, the PvdA, and Groene Links, the Green Party of the Netherlands, see, they've been running on a single line now, and their main candidate, Frans Timmermans, well, he has decided to put in the manifesto a promise to have a cap of 60,000 people net migration into the Netherlands. Keep in mind, there are literally thousands of foreign students in the Netherlands alone, and of course, they're voters who are not really wanting a low-fat version of Geert Wilders and Mr. Frans Timmermans very much punish them at the polls. The Netherlands does not have a threshold percentage to get into the parliament, so you really only need to get around 70,000 voters and you have your party in, which means you can have a whole bunch of parties, including ones that are now to the far right of even Geert Wilders' party. It also means you can have good, green, liberal, left parties coming out also, but more importantly, if those parties don't get a lot of party members and a lot of donations and help and support, then they won't go anywhere. It's a bit of a tragedy, the Dutch elections. They were given a huge opportunity with their far-right party collapsing, and instead of owning that, denouncing their policy positions, their ideological goals, they instead embraced them themselves and reignited Geert Wilders again. And right now, we need Dutch voters, Dutch young people to get involved in politics, join political parties, join trade unions, get actively involved in saving your democracy, because it could go a very different way very fast.